there's no healing with the left. This group, they're a radical bunch that believe in changing this country to something that it's never been. But let me tell you something: they have pushed the envelope here by killing a young man that was harmless. All he did was play with words. He tried to teach people the right things. He debated people. If he couldn't change their minds, he went on down the road and went to somebody else. Uh, but this is serious business here. Now, this is not about feelings. This is about somebody's life, and it's just unfortunate Charlie had to pay that ultimate price for the things that he believed in.
Dale Jackson here for Yellow Hammer Now. Let's talk about the art of forgiveness for just 1 second. But before you can get forgiveness, what do you need? You need contrition. Have you noticed that all the people that have come out and made all sorts of terrible videos and statements and comments chasing those 6 or 7 Facebook likes, and I want to highlight this for a second. Mallory Hagan, a former beauty pageant winner, it's true, believe it or not, a former beauty pageant winner, went on her website and wrote thoughts and prayers after Charlie Kirk was killed, mocking him for being killed. It got 4 likes. 4 likes. She then would go on to chase that massive hit even higher and make a video where she called the man selfish for voicing his opinion, knowing that lunatics would try to kill him. And if they were successful, lunatics like Mallory Hagan would go and stick a camera so close to her face you could see up her nose, saying, "This is fine. It's your fault, Charlie Kirk, that you're dead."
Charlie Kirk, on top of being a bigot and a racist, was also selfish. He knew every single day that he went out into the public espousing the type of rhetoric and views that he did, that he was putting himself in danger. And that wasn't enough for him to not do it in the first place. He could have chosen his wife and family. He could have said, all of this is too much, it's dangerous, I don't like it. But instead, he was a millionaire 12 times over for spewing hate that led to violence. He was famous for saying things like, I guess some people just have to die in order for us to keep our Second Amendment rights.
The people of Opelika, where she is from, have basically said, we don't claim you anymore. That's how bad it's gone for Mallory Hagan. Now, she's also got a lot of attention online for this, finally, getting that dopamine hit she wants. But has she ever once thought of saying, my bad? No. Instead, to my colleague Yaffe, she responded with a video about a song that she says is about lynching. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. What matters is all she had to do was say, you know what, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself and I shouldn't have done this. Now, she'd have to mean it, but if she would have done that, people would have said, okay, her emotions got the best of her. She's obviously not very smart, so maybe we can forgive her. But they never say sorry. Look at Doug Jones. He's a former United States Senator. He was supposed to be the Attorney General. If you listen to some of the smartest people in our state, he was, of course, Joe Biden's right-hand man. He even put the glasses on and everything. But Doug Jones decided he needed to attempt to boost his profile by doing the thing that everyone in Alabama does when it's time to talk about politics, and that is reference George Wallace in regards to Charlie Kirk, which makes no sense.
I want you to remember George Wallace in leading up to 1963 and then somewhat beyond when he was elected, continued this violent rhetoric, continued this hateful rhetoric. And guess what? George Wallace was ultimately shot in Baltimore, in Laurel, Maryland in 1972 as he was running for president of the United States, the Democratic nominee for president of the United States. Rhetoric like this has consequences that you can't control once it's out. Once that genie is out of the bottle, once that genie is out, for God's sakes, that you cannot control where the violence is going to come from.
Now, I saw one person say that they were surprised that Doug Jones was still alive. That's not fair. He is very much alive, but he is also a complete clown. There's a perfect opportunity for him to say, look, here's what I actually meant. But he can't do it because if he does, that's it for him. They can't apologize for these things and maintain their radical liberal base that has spent the last couple of days trying to figure out ways to justify the murder of a father of two in front of his wife and kids. Why? Because he wanted to have a conversation with people. They go and they misquote things he says. Why? Because he wanted to have a conversation with people. They've called him racist. They've called him sexist. They've called him everything they possibly can, yet they cannot actually quote him to back up their arguments. It's all misquotes and being taken out of context. They never can say they're sorry. So while they sit here and they whine about unity and tell us we all need to get together, here is my response. Say sorry first. Apologize. Realize that your behavior here in this last week has been absolutely ridiculous. You shouldn't be behaving this way at all. You shouldn't be justifying the murder of someone you disagree with politically and then saying, well, what about Melissa Hortman? Screaming about a senator from Minnesota who everyone, when it happened, talked about and said, this is terrible. Nobody supported that. And in fact, the guy who did it, who they're saying is some right-wing Republican, has made it very clear that it wasn't right-wing Republican causes that made him do what he did. The horrible thing he did was done for another reason that he won't say. Now, I'm sorry. There's been no evidence that this was some sort of right-wing nut job. You can't make that argument. But again, you're acting like even if it was, that makes it okay. They're even tying one of the Trump assassinations to the right wing in order to balance the scales here. Again, makes absolutely no sense. Try saying you're sorry. Look back at this last week and say, hey, my bad. I shouldn't be behaving this way. And then maybe we can have some unity. Until then, like Tommy Tuberville said, there is no unity with these people. They want you dead, they hate you, and they will say it out loud proudly.
So I keep on seeing like posts about this Charlie dude, whatever, Kirk dude, whatever, regardless. And let me just say this. I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. And the ones that are above him. Your mayor. Your city councilman. What is it? Georgia Power? The people that keep on raising our shit? The CEO, get rid of them. Yeah. Like, what? It was so crazy. I watched like a 60 minute, whatever. Y'all know what I mean. 1 minute edit of like the things he said, and they're like so atrocious that like his wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage. Like, get rid of the whole family. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him? Why did you stop with him? Go get his grandma. Because who raised you? Like, your mom ought to be ashamed for breathing scum like you. Get rid of the whole family. Like, y'all too scary. Y'all too scary for revolution. Y'all too scary for progress. Like, y'all want results without putting in the work. You gonna have to take out trash to get a clean house. Like, it is what it is. If the trash can is stinking up the house, you gotta take out the garbage. Take the garbage out, y'all. Take the garbage out. All right. Not me. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
So there is no unity here until they say they're sorry. And I don't think that's ever going to happen. Because in order to have shame, you have to have pride. You have to feel bad about something you did. That is what shame is. And because these people have no pride, it is impossible for them to feel shame.